Hi there, my name is Brittany Stone. I'm a student physical therapist with the University of St. Augustine. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. So what I'd like to do is an exercise test called the 2-minute walk test, and that's going to measure how many times how quickly you can get from this point to this point, which is 10 feet, multiple times in 2 minutes, okay? And before we do that, I'm going to take your vitals. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll explain our different rating scales for exertion afterward. Okay. So I'm going to put this pulse ox on this side, and I'm going to take your blood pressure on the left. I'm going to make sure that this is sitting about an inch above the antecubital fossa, and our arrows lining up with the brachial artery. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And before I do that, I'm going to get your occlusion point. You have to just relax. Okay, and I feel the radial artery disappear around 118. So I will inflate the blood pressure cuff to about 148, 150. Okay, give me one moment. And placing this on brachial artery. Right here. And then I'm going to have you just relax your arm. Good. And then I will be deflating at 2 millimeters of mercury per second. Okay, about 110 over 74. Very good reading. And then I'm going to take your heart rate, okay? Just give me. Okay, you had about 7 and 30 seconds. So if I multiply that, it would be around 14 breaths per minute. And then pulse ox is at 99%, heart rate's at 78 beats per minute, okay? So I'm going to have you hold this because when you're doing the test, I'm going to have you just hang on to it. We'll be all set up.
Okay.
So now I want to introduce to you some of these scales. So this is what we call the angina scale. This is just measuring chest pain, okay? So 0 meaning no chest pain, 1 being some, very light, moderate, 2, severe, 3, and 4, the most pain you've ever experienced. We want to keep you at a 0, okay? But please tell me if any of these, if you're experiencing any of the other ones.
Okay.
And this is what we call the rating of perceived exertion, or the RPE scale. Mm-hmm. So 6 is no exertion, and like if you're resting or seated, and then 20 being the most exertion you've ever exerted. So can you teach that back to me just so I can understand, or know that you understand it?
Yeah. So this is the angina scale. Mm-hmm. So you want me to let you know if how I am right now and how much it gets as I'm walking later on? with 0 being the best and then 4 being the worst. And if it goes above 0, then I'll let you know.
Yes, please. Okay, and then what about this one?
And then that's the RPE scale. For this one, it goes from 6 to 20, and you want me to tell you what I would rate my how hard it is based on that scale, and then yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll be asking you, like I said, throughout the exercise test, so that we can keep that up to date each time. Okay, and so now I'm going to show you what the test is. So I'm going to line my chair up with yours. So the chair across the room is the mark for 10 feet. So when I tell you to go, I want you to walk as fast as you can, as safe as possible, okay? And we're just going to be going back and forth, okay? So I'm going to show you. If you stand up, walk, turn, walk back, turn, okay? And you'll be doing this for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So when the time allots, I'll give you about 3 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, so now we're approaching halfway. So on the angina scale, where do you sit?
0 still.
And on the RPE?
RPE, I'd say about an 8.
Okay, and then I'm going to check your pulse ox. I'll walk with you. Keep walking. So 99% pulse ox and 98 beats per minute. And when you finish, I do want you to sit down as quickly as possible so that I can get your skill readings and your vitals as quickly as possible.
Okay.
"15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back. What is your angina scale?
0.
And what is your RPE?
I'd say about a 9.
Okay, good. And then I'm going to take your blood pressure. Thank you. And go ahead and rest that arm up here. Yep, I'll hold it up. Okay, 130 over 78. Pulse ox reads 98%. And let me do your heart rate. Okay, so it was about 8 breaths for 30 seconds. So multiplying that by 2, it would be 16 breaths per minute. and heart rate's at about 78 beats per minute. Okay? You doing okay?
Yeah.